Here's a 5-minute speech roleplay of Mel Gibson responding to the idea of a Chrislam Bible. Let me just start by saying I understand the intention. I get it. People are looking for common ground. People are tired of the division, the hatred, the wars in the name of God. People want unity, and that's admirable. They want peace. But I don't think you achieve peace by taking two distinct and deeply rooted belief systems and merging them together like some sort of theological cocktail. That doesn't work. In fact, it waters down the truths of both. Let's be real, you can't just stitch together Christianity and Islam and call it something new, something that's going to satisfy everyone. These are two belief systems that have very, very different foundations. Jesus Christ. Christ is the Son of God. He is God. That's at the heart of Christianity. The Trinity, His death and resurrection. That is not something you can compromise. That's not something that can be negotiated or shared with another faith that doesn't believe it. Islam, for instance, respects Jesus as a prophet, but not as the Son of God, not as the Redeemer of mankind, and that's the core issue. So what happens when you try to merge these two? You end up with neither. You don't get Christianity, you don't get Islam, you get a watered-down version of both. You strip away the soul of each faith just to make them palatable to everyone. He shakes his head. You know, peace can't come from compromise on the truth. It just can't. That's a slippery slope. We live in a world today where people want everything to be easy. They want to avoid conflict at all costs, but real peace, that kind of peace that lasts, comes from something much deeper. It comes from truth, from standing on what you believe in, even when it's difficult, even when it's unpopular. Look, I'm a sinner like everyone else, but one thing I know is that faith is not about convenience. It's not about blending and shifting to make everyone comfortable. The cross wasn't comfortable. Now, I'm all for dialogue. I'm all for respecting each other's faiths. I think we should absolutely strive to understand one another and to love one another as Christ taught us. But blending two religions into one is not the way to do it. It's not respectful to either faith. It doesn't honor the depth of either tradition. It trivializes what people have lived and died for over centuries. Truth matters. What we believe matters. It's not something we can just gloss over. You know, this idea of Chrislam Bible or whatever you want to call it, it's well-intentioned, but it's misguided. You don't bring people together by erasing their differences. You bring people together by acknowledging those differences and still choosing to love, still choosing to respect. That's what real courage is. That's what real unity looks like. It's not about compromising on the truth. It's about being willing to live in the tension of disagreement and still treating each other with dignity. It's about living with the gospel in its fullness, even when the world tells you to water it down. I'm not here to tell anyone what to believe. That's not my job. But as a Catholic, as a believer in Jesus Christ, I have to say that faith is precious. And it's not something we can afford to mix up in a blender just because it's convenient. The truth will always be the truth. We just need to have the courage to stand by it.